Over there is my Condor ferry to Portsmouth from here in Guernsey. I've got about 7 minutes to check in for it. Let's go. Don't want to miss it. 5 minutes, according to this clock here, look. Right, got to check in by 10 o'clock because we're leaving at 10:40. And as a foot passenger, you've got to be there 40 minutes in advance. If you're unlucky enough to be in a car, then you've got to be there an hour in advance. So I had enough time to finish off watching the football and have a cheeky pint over at my favourite pub here on the island, the Thomas de la Rue. There she is, the Komodo Clipper. Hope the seas are calm tonight. It's an overnight crossing, so, you know, I want to get a bit of sleep. That'd be really nice. You know, use walkway to Condor, France, Jersey and UK. 3 minutes. I reckon we're going to make it, hopefully. Surely they wouldn't give Ryanair vibes and like not let me in because I'm 1 minute late. Surely not, surely not. All right, I think it's this way. Yep, ferry terminal, yep. Down here. This is the passport office here, the Guernsey passport office, somewhere along here. Very professional building. The Guernsey Border Agency. When you're an island like Guernsey, it's not hard to have borders, so you just have the sea around you and that's it really. But despite being basically a different country, they still have the RNLI, the Royal National Lifeboat Institute. Right, here we go. I think I'm at the ferry terminal. Oh no, I can hear church bells chiming. Hopefully this doesn't mean I'm late and it's 10 o'clock, right? Passenger terminal, here we go through here, I guess. Hello, have I made it on time? Let's see, check in. Hello. Hello, I've already got my, on my phone, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Boarding pass. Huitson, H-U-I-T-S-O-N.
Lloyd?
Yep, that's me. Wonderful, thanks very much.
And you have ID on you?
I'm not last. Yes, I do. It's an expired passport, but I also have a driving license as well. Okay. They're both okay? Lovely. Yep. Great.
Okay, straight through to security.
Lovely, thanks a lot, take care. Made it. This way. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm a Condor virgin, sorry.
Straight round it won't.
Trust me. This way. Oh, here we are. The waiting area. There's not many of us. Oh, look at this beautiful waiting area. Look. We've got canvas art of Guernsey, St. Peter Port Harbour. Look. There's Candy over there. Just there, actually, where I live. And look, beautiful images from around the Channel Islands. Shipwreck. Saints Bay. And La Coupée in Sark.
Evening, this is a Condor announcement. Please make your way to gate 4, ready for departure.
Wow, gate 4, so I've come straight through.
Please make sure you have boarding card and identification open at the correct page, ready for inspection.
Okay, better get my ID.
Passengers are reminded that only one small item of hand luggage per person is permitted to be carried on board. All other items must be checked in. May we wish you a very pleasant journey. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you. Oh, look at this, wow. Wow, I can't believe we're going to go across the English Channel in this, look. Look how close the lorries are to the edge. I'm not sure about this. That's it. Thanks, mate. Fish and chips, £9.49. Not terrible. Sandwiches. Wow, I remember these yogurts from when I was a kid. Sausage roll, £3.79. That's a bit steep. Right, let's go find where I'm staying in club class. Here are the crossings they do. So they connect Poole and Portsmouth in the UK, with Cherbourg and St Malo in France, and Guernsey and Jersey in the Channel Islands. Oh look, poor ordinary gets left out. No directions to club class, so I guess we just walk around until we find it. The bar over there. Ah, so this is me. So for an extra tenner, I got free water and juice. Oh, mini cheddars. Let's see if I can eat a tenner's worth of mini cheddars. And nice reclining seats, which you can probably sleep in. Here's St. Peter Port. Windows are dirty, of course. I mean, what do you expect? You're at sea in the rough English Channel in February. Look, our beautiful little town of St. Peter Port, capital city, capital village, town, whatever, of Guernsey. It's cost me £60 for an overnight crossing, leaving at 20 to 11 at night, getting into Portsmouth in the morning at, I think about 6:30, 6:15, 6:30 in the morning. Not terrible, especially for a Friday night to go over to the UK, obviously for the weekend. People want to travel on the weekend, don't they? So that's not bad. They advertise it as £40, but then when you go through all of the, the little steps, there are a few Ryanair vibes because you're told that you have to add on a seat. Only for an overnight crossing, I think, not for a daytime crossing. But for this, you had to either add £10 for a regular seat or £20 for one of these club class seats like this, which are very comfortable, I must say. Yeah, I'll certainly be able to sleep in this. I mean, I'm a heavy sleeper anyway. I can sleep on a washing line if I need to, so no worries. And you get all of this. Okay, complimentary tea and coffee, some snacks, water, juice. Not bad, so I would say that's worth it, but that costs £20 on top of the crossing, which I wouldn't usually pay for if it were a crossing where I could just cross for £40, but given that I would have to pay £50 anyway and this was only a tenner extra, I think it's well worth it. Complimentary blankets, some little kind of wash bag or something. There we go, look, we've managed to shed a bit of light on the situation. Soothing hand cream, always good when you're at sea. I'm going to get the best night's sleep ever now with that around me. Earplugs, always useful. Toothbrush with mini toothpaste. Okay, that's cool, but this kind of toothbrush, they kind of rip up your gums in my experience. So I'm notorious for forgetting my eye mask when I come on an overnight transport connection. And today I've actually remembered mine, and I've been given one as well. Can't make it up, can you? Probably worth a tenner in boots in an airport. These ferries with multiple stopovers, they're quite complex when you think about it, because you can't just load on all the vehicles in one go. You have to, make sure the right ones going to the right place are all together to make sure they don't block each other coming on and off. It takes quite a bit of time. I mean, I've seen the ferry in port here in St. Peter Port for 2 hours already. I think it's quite a comfy recliner. The one disappointing thing I would say is there's no chocolate, but they've got Belgian Lotus Biscoff biscuits, so I feel at home somehow. Something I love is how the club class code is written out in pen, like we're back in, I don't know, 2003 or something. Nice little touch, very personal. Okay, so what's a bit strange is I can't access these seats. Look, 4, 2, 5, 8. I guess because everybody has to be allocated a seat on a night crossing, something like that. Okay, I wanted to look out at the back of the boat, but I can't. Look at that lovely cutting edge LG TV. So you can go outside, look at this. Ah, lovely. And here is St. Peter Port. So peaceful. We're already 6 minutes late. I was warned this with Condor. Expect to be a bit late. So we got on time, but we're delayed somehow. Let's see if we make it to Portsmouth in time in the morning. Not that I'm in a particular rush. And then there's this very secure chain here. All right, if you move along a little bit down on the lower deck of the outdoor bit anyway, you can go a bit further along. Look, you get out here, you get a beautiful view of all the lorries. I'll tell you what, when I was a kid we used to take Brittany ferries over to France. They were a lot bigger than this, or maybe they just felt a lot bigger because I was a kid. Look, they've got a key for this life raft system. You have to break the glass if you need the life raft, and then you lift this up and there's the lock, I guess. I hope it's replaced every now and then, because you'd hope like the lock wouldn't erode over time, especially with the sea air and the wind and everything and the erosion. I still can't get over, look, how the lorries are like just there on the side with a very small fence stopping them from plunging into the sea. Look, it's really not that high at all. I'm used to over in Kent. When we take a cross-channel ferry over to France, all the vehicles are put inside, not on an outside deck like this on a 7 or 8 hour crossing. Look at this. I'm not saying it's not safe, I'm just saying it's different to what I'm used to, you know? We've just had the captain come on over the tannoy and he said it's going to be a nice, smooth crossing, just a few westerly crosswinds, nothing to worry about, so yeah, should be a nice night's sleep for me.
Pockets and take off all shoes. These must be...
We're finally moving and we're getting going, only 21 minutes late, but I'm sure they plan to go at 11 o'clock anyway. It's probably how it goes. 11 o'clock, we're pulling out of port. Off we go. Look, you can see the lights of Herm over there. Herm, the little island. We'll definitely make a video over there whilst I'm in the Channel Islands. And a bit of news, I'm going to be here until July now. Loving life here. I'll have a little break in between. I'm going to take you somewhere else when I go on a little hiatus from the Channel Islands. But I'll be here generally until July. So make sure you stick around to see a bit more of what these beautiful little islands have got to offer. Oh, it's gorgeous. Being at sea like this, there's something special about it, you know. Being part of a ship, making a magnificent voyage, you know. I mean, it's quite a modest voyage when you think about it, but it's magnificent still. The way as humans, we've come up with ways of transporting ourselves and cargo and vehicles across the world. But yeah, there's something solitary and something quite comforting at the same time about doing a journey like this as a foot passenger. So on this service we're direct to Portsmouth now. It's already stopped in Jersey. I'm not sure about France. They did do an announcement in French, but I'm not sure if it's come from St Malo or Cherbourg. Maybe only Jersey. I'm coming home for the first time in a month. Here we come. I can just about see the outline of the island of Herm here. About 54 people live there, I think. I think you can just about see Sark as well. Sark is famous actually for being an island where they turn all the lights off at night. Apparently the world's first dark island to aid astronomy. There are a few lights over there, mate. I can't work out if that's Sark or Cherbourg or France, I have no idea. When you look at it from here, St. Peter Port, our capital, the town, it's absolutely tiny really. Look. There's a few lights, looks like a fishing village from here. And we're what, only 20 minutes out of port now? A few lights over there on the road from St. Peter Port up to St. Sampson and the bridge. So if you think I'm posh going in club class, then let's have a look through this door. These are the cabins where the rich people stay. I would have had to pay £150 to stay in one of these tonight. On top of the 40 quid, so what? That would have been what? 190 quid? Not worth it. And you don't even get free mini cheddars, at least as far as I can tell. We're somewhere here. I'll see you when we get there. The thing I will say about club classes, it has this immovable armrest thing here, which makes it very difficult to take advantage of having two seats next to each other. Look, you're just not going to get a good night's sleep like that. So it's going to be reclined like this. Wi-Fi doesn't seem to be included either. It's, according to this, £4.99 for 100 megabytes. I think I'll pass. Make sure you download your podcasts or Netflix in advance. It's a bit like being in a conservatory, really. Look. Alright, it's now 5:15. I've had a fair amount of sleep. Due in to Portsmouth in 1 hour. They're going to open the duty-free shop.
That's all passengers with cabins. May you please vacate them and leave your key cards at the information desk on deck 7. Thank you.
Well, if you're in a cabin, they turf you out half an hour before. You can't see it so well, but that's the famous Spinnaker Tower at 6 o'clock in the morning. Please place cup under coloured arrow. I've done it under the coloured arrow because that one's white, and look what happened. Fantastic. Right mess there. Hello, good morning. Morning. It's their breakfast offering, doesn't look too appetising to me. Ah, Portsmouth, smell that sea air. So I managed to get 4 hours sleep in here, not bad. For a 7-hour crossing, I think that's alright. Got the coffee. Feels a little bit like coming home. I did live in Portsmouth for 6 months before, earlier in my life. Been around a bit. 8 years ago, I probably would have been running along the seafront here in Portsmouth at this time of day. Back in the days when running was my hobby rather than vlogging. Wow, it feels a lot colder here than in the Channel Islands. Obviously, overnight the temperatures do drop, but yeah, it feels chilly. Missing my mild little island already. A yacht just moored randomly in Portsmouth Harbour. Seems like we have a low tide this morning. Wow, look, industrial Portsmouth Harbour, so busy. Full of boats, and there's a warship over there, and another one over here. There's a Spinnaker Tower over there now. We have arrived. So here you can see what the berths are like, the little cabin. Look, you've got 4 beds, 2 that fold out across the top, 2 on the bottom, and you can get a decent deal on them. I've seen them advertised for 50 quid before. Maybe we'll do that another time. But on this particular crossing they were 150 quid each, so yeah, you can understand why I didn't. Look what they do to stop you sleeping in the cafeteria. They put this little bar here. How mean and stingy. It'd be a perfect little place to have a nap, wouldn't it? Except for this.
Found on the right-hand side.
There's the shop, closed now. That's where you can get your duty frees. Right, I have to disembark from the green stairs, wherever they are. Ah, here it is, the same one that I came up earlier. There's your standard class through there, so yeah, I think I did a good job not going in there with all the riffraff. Usually I am the riffraff, but today I'm not. Right, so here we are at the ferry terminal. And yeah, no customs checks because we're in the common travel area. And sometimes they do check. It was nice that they didn't today. So straight through. Now I'm off to Southampton. I'm going to go have lunch with my cousin and see another friend, and then I'm back to Guernsey tomorrow. Here are the arrivals here this morning. Well, all day. My one's not even on there now. Wow, look, some of the fences at the port have fallen down. I've decided you can take a coach from just outside the ferry terminal here direct to Southampton, but I've decided to, well, I've got a little bit of time, so I'm going to walk through my old stomping ground, Portsmouth, and just go get the bus, the coach, whatever you want to call it, from the hard interchange instead. How much is it to Southampton?
For a single, it's £2 all.
Is that it? Yeah. Wow, fantastic. I'll have one of those then, please. 2 quid to Southampton, that's amazing. Cheers, mate, take care. Wow, £2 to Southampton, what a bargain. X4. I was planning to get the National Express. But instead I'm taking the Solar Rangers. I just saw it going along, it said Southampton. It's going to be slow, but 2 quid, you can't beat it, wow. Cost of living crisis help apparently. Gum down here, now I've got it all down my trousers. Absolutely disgusting. No wonder it's only 2 quid. Southampton, here we are. St Mary's Football Stadium. So here I am back in a city where so many of my formative years took place. Outside the world famous Bargate here in Southampton. Nice little trip overnight on the ferry, 60 quid that was, and then 2 quid only on the X4 bus from Portsmouth. It took nearly an hour and a half, so it's quite a long trip from Portsmouth on that slow bus, but you know, kind of worth it as long as you don't sit in chewing gum like I did. Right, let's go find somewhere to have a nap, shall we, and have some fun in Southampton. Catch you later, guys. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. See you on the next one. The ferry was pretty much on time too, so that's good news. Seems like they're running on time at the moment. Good old Condor.